Hi Liam.
Hi, how are you?
Very well, thank you. How are you doing?
Yeah, good, thank you. Really good.
Good, good. Well, we're recording this today, aren't we, for the Food Service Circle, which is an amazing initiative that we're really proud to be part of, helping people that have been displaced through redundancy or losing their jobs because of the coronavirus pandemic. And we thought that we would just get together to talk a little bit about resilience and bouncing back and how people might be able to pick themselves up after maybe finding them displaced because of coronavirus.
Yeah.
So my name's Charlotte Hutchings, as you know, Liam, and I'm the People Director in CH&CO. Do you want to introduce yourself as well?
Yeah, great. So, hi everyone. I'm Liam Hatcher. I'm the Head of Learning and Development for CH&CO. It's great.
And you do quite a lot of stuff for us around resilience and bouncing back, and you've done some for our people that have been furloughed as well, haven't you? Some e-learning.
Yeah, I guess at the beginning of lockdown or beginning of this entire process, we really quite soon recognise that our teams will need support, and in one way that we've been doing that is providing additional e-learning to what we normally would do whilst at work. And one of the key topics was the resilience, and we needed our team to recognise what resilience was, how they could develop their own resilience, and ultimately give them the tools or the knowledge that they would need to bounce back. So yeah, during lockdown, we were able to continue the conversations or have continuous conversations around resilience and the support that's available to our teams. So we've had some great engagement with that throughout lockdown, and hopefully our teams, and I'm sure they will continue to engage with that piece. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's really important, isn't it? Resilience and being able to sort of dust yourself off when something bad happens. I think, for me, going through redundancy situations through the years, I think, the most important thing people can take away from it is, it's not personal. It's not about them. It's not about their performance in their role. If someone's gone through a redundancy process, they're along with many other people that are going through the same thing, aren't they, at the moment? And it's about not taking it personally and not letting it dent your confidence.
Yeah, and I think what's key with that, and you've hit the nail on the head, Charlotte, is that this isn't personable, and it's not personal to that individual. And resilience is having that ability to be able to come through uncertain times or through trauma, if you like, and to come through that by bouncing back. So you've hit the nail on the head in that you've identified what the impact and circumstances, and that being coronavirus, and what our abilities to understand what resilience is and to come through it. That is exactly what resilience is. It's having the ability to bounce back and be happy again, or work towards a happy place. So that bounce back being, one, you've recognised what the situation is, and two, I'm going to work my way through this. That, in a nutshell, is being resilient. And there are many ways of supporting that, or developing your resilience. Yeah.
What are the kind of things that people might be able to do then if maybe they've lost their job, and they're feeling quite bruised by it, and they don't feel like they've got the energy to go again, if you like? How can people, what are the sort of tools or things people might be able to use to do that?
Yeah, there's some. Firstly, there's some great tools available at an arm's reach for everybody, and hopefully, what we're doing this afternoon will count as one of those. But first of all, and I would say that I've said this to our team, is that we need to understand what our contributing factors are. So what contributes to us being resilient, and we can go online and there'll be hundreds and hundreds of lists of them. But what absolutely will contribute towards you being supported or supporting your own resilience is making sure that you have got caring relationships around you. So you've got strong relationships where you've got the ability to able to continue your conversations. You've got a support network that you can reach out to, and whether that be at work, in your personal life, or whether that making use of hospitality quality action by picking up the phone and having a conversation. It's about making plans. So what contributes to your resilience, or what will support your resilience, is being able to recognise the here and now and saying, in 6 months' time, in 3 months' time. So it might be that you have a short, medium or long term, but you're saying, in 6 months' time, this is where I will be. You've recognised that real issue at the moment is I'm being made redundant. Where do I see myself in 6 months' time? And it won't be that, you know, ideally you would want to be a part of the business that you're in at the minute. But if that's not the case, where will you see yourself? That will contribute to you being resilient. Plan ahead. Thirdly, I would say that believe in yourself, and quite interestingly, and it stuck in my head, I had a call this morning with our team actually, and recognise or take some time to have some reflection. So what will contribute to your resilience is recognising your strengths, and remembering all of your achievements that you've had in the past. And we always say it, your past performance is a good indicator for your future performance. Remember those. If you're going to make a commitment, stick to that commitment. So, and this will help your mental well-being as well. So if you're going to get up for the gym at 6 o'clock in the morning, get up at 6 o'clock and go to the gym. If you're going to make a conscious effort to engage with some e-learning, stick to that commitment, because, and I can't remember where I read it, but sticking to your commitments will help build your confidence. And the more commitments you stick to,
it makes you feel that you can trust yourself, doesn't it?
Yeah, so if you can trust yourself, you can trust the situation that's going on around you. And it's like, you know, that saying of you can't love until you love yourself, and it's exactly the same. Try and be the problem solver. It's in our human instinct to try and look to the core problem of what the problem is and then solve that. But you can't do everything alone. So if you're going to try and solve the problem, make sure that you're using that support network around you. And I guess the final contributing factor before we talk about how you can develop resilience is we're in a world at the moment where, you know, usually, Charlotte, you and I would be sat in front of each other and we would be having a conversation in person. We would be enjoying a lovely barista made coffee. We're likely to have some cake as well. Unfortunately, that's not happening, and we're using technology this afternoon. I would say pick up the phone, and if you can, make a conscious effort to meet your colleagues, to meet your friends. Take advantage of the Eat Out to Help Out campaign and meet your friends for lunch or dinner Monday to Wednesday. Just maintain that communication, and remember that often a problem shared is a problem halved, and we just keep it as simple as that. Continue your conversation.
And I've seen your posts, Liam, on LinkedIn offering a cup of coffee to anyone who needs it. And I think we'd all extend that at this time, you know, and I think the Food Service Circle and what they're doing is fantastic for bringing people together and really, you know, creating that network of people, because, you know, we're all people that need to stay in touch with each other, especially now, to help people to build their resilience. Yeah,
and I think as well, Charlotte, it's there are many people in our industry. It's such a small industry, and it's such a great industry to work for, that you may have not worked with for 18 months or 2 years, or you've only started working with during the pandemic. There are some great platforms. Just a simple message, just to say, I hope that you're okay, will start something quite fantastic. And I can imagine that that's what's happened with the, you know, the Food Service Circle, in that it was one conversation with some of our leaders that generated this great platform. So conversations will support masses, absolute masses. Yeah.
And you just mentioned that you were going to say about some of the tools that people can use to build resilience. What kind of things would you suggest people use?
So I would say that to help you develop your resilience is, and we've spoke about that you need to understand what it is, and we spoke about what contributes to being resilient, but there are certain things that we can do or we can practice to help really develop or make our resilience stronger. And the first one that I'll talk about is practice positive thinking, in that when you find yourself in a sticky situation, in a situation that you're not happy with, it's really easy, and I can talk from, you know, you've experienced it, Charlotte, where I will automatically say, well, that's not good and that's frustrated me. Before we go down that avenue of that crossroad, it's stop. And how can I react to that? And it's almost like if you just think about the mindset paradigm, if I look at it like this is how I'll behave, and this is the results I'm going to get. So it's almost stop, and I'm going to just switch that switch and turn that into the positive. So practice positive thinking.
A lot of because there's not a lot we can control at the moment, is there? But the only thing that we can control actually is our reaction and how we react to what's going on at the moment.
Yeah, and it's your reaction that's going to generate that related emotion. So the way that you react will have that lasting emotion. So if you can stop in your tracks to say, I'm not going to feel like that, sometimes it's better to go, okay, I understand. That will stop that negative emotion. I said it earlier on, but the more you do this and the more your confidence will grow as well. It's understanding yourself. So recognising all of your great achievements. We as an industry are an amazing industry, and all of the different the companies, all the different organisations have got some amazing talent. Those individuals should remember that, and they should harness them. Definitely when they're looking to the market to re-engage with recruitment. That again help build that confidence. Take charge. Be the leader. You're the leader of your own destiny. It comes back to that. Be in control of that situation, or as much as you can be. And I know that it's easier said than done, especially when we're not in control of the situation. But what it will do is it will help you prevent any overwhelm. So if you are feeling overwhelmed, you know that you're in the state of control. So that will limit some of that overwhelm. Be flexible in addition to that. So there are going to be some unreasonable requests, or you think they're unreasonable requests, or things are happening quicker than you thought they might happen. Be flexible, seek to understand. So perhaps ask those questions. And finally, it's something that I love, and any of our team in CH&CO will tell you, I will always finish with the point of look for other areas that you can develop. So through this, to help develop your resilience, what's next for you from a professional development point of view? What's on your plan to say that this is where I'm going to work on next? Knowledge will grow that confidence. So continue your own development. So they're the kind of things that I would recommend to keep active. So yeah, resilience in a nutshell, I guess.
Brilliant. I think that's some really, really useful and really practical tips that people can use, actually, Liam. Thank you so much. It's been really nice to talk to you this afternoon, and I really do wish everybody, all the very best. And again, our offers of a cup of coffee and a chat are always open if we can help people through this difficult time.
Yeah, I'd echo that absolutely, Charlotte. I'm always on LinkedIn, so please just don't hesitate in contacting me. Yeah, brilliant. Thank you.